Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and I'm a stay-at-home dad for my 6 children. And you guys have seen me putting in the work in the last couple of days, and it's really starting to pay off. I've had several really good days in a row, almost 300 yesterday, and well over almost 400 today. And let's take a look at what happened. I'm going to try and go quick so that this video doesn't end up 100 minutes like the other video. Let's go top to bottom because that's how I pulled them. This just sold. This is the power pad. You jump on it for your original NES Nintendo, and that's what does the button. So it's like the racing game you run on these things, and they're not worth much. So I had 3 of them that I was like, that's not worth listing. And for in the death pile for a long time, I was like, well, I'm just going to list them for what I can get for them. $22 free shipping. That's not going to be cheap to ship, but it's going to be easy to ship. And like I said, it was in the death pile, assumed to be worthless 2 days ago. So it's found money at this point. I would never buy one of them. I bought one because I have the complete in box version of the Nintendo when you got that came with. But I would never buy them as a part of a collectible. I collect all things Nintendo, but there's no reason to have more than one, and I have one complete in the box. And so anyway, they undoubtedly came as part of a huge buyout of buying people's video game collections. So I don't have anything into them. They're not worth much. So I listed it for $22. I made some money, considering my cost of goods was 0. Took an offer on this. This is the motor for the back of the giant monster truck RC. I've had one in the death pile. I picked one up in a recent video. The parts make money. This only sold for $10 free shipping, but some of the other parts make more money. I only paid $5 a piece for the dumb things. So with that selling for $10 plus shipping, I made my money. Even on that cheapo piece, I'm trying to go fast because my videos have been really long and I want to get more than just this segment. Adidas, I was looking at what size this was, and XLT. I'm surprised. I offered Judah to keep this. He did not. I'm surprised. I think this came from Goodwill. I don't remember what the circumstances were, so I probably paid $6 or $7 for it. It sold for $17 free shipping. So if I paid $7 for it, not a lot of margin going on there. But like, almost kept these, but I don't really collect cassettes. Led Zeppelin 2 and House of the Holies. And they sold for $14.99 free shipping. I thought these would go off quick. By comparison of the other cassettes that I had listed at the same time, but they did not. We were just talking in the comments about how my tapestries haven't sold, and here we go. This one I had listed for $45 plus shipping. I took a $35 plus shipping offer. I paid like $10. Buyers all in at $48.81. And that'll cost me the same probably to ship as the power pad, except for that thing is probably going close. I thought I'd look up the delivery address, but yeah, that's staying here in Illinois, which isn't surprising at all. These, I had to Google Lens them to figure out exactly what they were, and then I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So if you're working on coaxial cable, like for cable, like cable internet, the cable that comes into your house that you screw into the back of the TV, coaxial cable. This is the crimper to close a new end onto if you're replacing the end on the line. This was something that I got for $1 on Whatnot. I know I wouldn't have paid more than $1 for it because I didn't even know what it was, but I'm like, that's a fancy looking pair of pliers for $1. I want to say I paid $2.99 and $3.99. Maybe I paid $3.99, so I'm into these for $8. Golf clubs, they had pretty darn good comps when you put them together. Buyers all in at $56. But I think these are staying in Illinois too. I think they are. I'll show you what I do, because I got the piece for the, you guys remember I sold that vacuum? Well, I just took a wardrobe box from U-Haul and cut it up into a square, and then I can do the same thing. Obviously, this one's 31 inches. It only cost me $10 to ship UPS. I can do the same thing for these, and it'll be like 35 or 36 inches. It's only going to, yeah, Lyndhurst, Illinois. I don't know where that is. I suspect Chicagoland area. I think it sounds like a burb, but I don't know. Anyway, they sold for $52. I'm in them for less than 10. So as long as they don't cost me more than like $25 to ship, and there's no chance that's happening, then then I'll make some pretty decent return on my investment. I was at garage sales, it's been almost a year ago, and I found this toy at 2 different yard sales twice in a day. So it's a Fisher-Price house. It's got the garage door, the car, the dude. It's got some more figures. And then this one had the dog and some yard toys. The other one didn't have the yard toys, the bell rings. There was some concern about that because the thing's misshapen, but it does in fact ring the bell. Anyway, I bought them both. One was 3 and one was 5 as memory serves. Listed one for $16.99 plus shipping because it had less accessories. It sold right away. This one sold for $19.90 plus shipping, and the buyer's all in at $35. This one's going to be a pickle. This one's going to kind of suck. I've never done this before, but Judah found this, and he's like, Dad, I think this will do good. What do you think? And so I comped it just to honor his, like, interest. But it was a electric typewriter. An electric typewriter. So it plugs in, and it's in this case, and it's gonna suck to deal with, but it sold for $65. Buyers all in at $65. It was $61.50. Must have been on an offer. Only listed for a handful of hours. I think I listed it for $70. Somebody sent me a $61 offer. Free shipping. Let's see where that's going. Virginia. So that won't be too bad. It says it's 20 by 10 pounds, 20 by 16 by 8. It's going to cost me $17 to ship. We'll make some money on that. This got ended and relisted. This had been listed a long time. Embroidered and really nice eagle. Santee I do well with when I find it, but it's a kind of an obscure label. Ended sell similar yesterday, and it sold for $14 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $24. These are an interesting story. CBS eyeball gold trim. I think they say Capri glassware on the bottom. I have no idea like what kind of era they are. They strike me as being 70s or 80s, but I know that they came from an estate sale because I picked them up at Goodwill for maybe 99 cents a piece, maybe $1.99 a piece. I feel like I pulled a price tag off of them, so it probably was $1.99 a piece. I wasn't going to pay very much for them. But then they were in a video of haul things a couple of weeks ago, and somebody got a viewer of the channel who's become a friend, got a hold of me. He's like, hey, I donated those to that Goodwill. I had them listed for $6.75 plus shipping. Why on earth would you have bought them with the comp from me having taken them out of my store? Well, the comp was gone because they didn't sell, and eBay's recently made a change where if something does not sell, even if it gets like sold and not paid for, or you take it down, it doesn't stay in the comps. I haven't checked that super thoroughly. It doesn't show up in the sold comps. And there's a way to do completed without being sold. But anyway, I know if somebody pays for something or buys something and then it never pays for it, it doesn't show up as sold comps. But at any rate, I couldn't find those. I Google Lensed them and couldn't find anything like them. And I just decided, you know what? They're unique. If somebody wants them, I listed them for $30, free shipping. And then I looked, when I Google Lensed them when I got home, I was able to find his old listing. I was like, well, crap. And they were donated from somebody in Dunlap, so who has an eBay store. Well, that sucks. But I just used a couple of different keywords intentionally. I looked at his and I was like, well, maybe that's how I would have listed it, but it obviously didn't work for him. Let me change some keywords. And I don't even remember what his listing said or what I changed mine, but I was deliberate, like, well, I don't want to use all the same keywords because it ain't gonna do me much good. So anyway, mine got a sale, and maybe it was just timing. Maybe if he had waited another couple of weeks, somebody would have picked those up from him. Maybe it was somebody who, there are people who like something like this, having to pay $30 for it makes it feel more exclusive than paying the $3.25 or whatever per glass he was asking. Anyway, it's not like I made a fortune on them. $30 plus shipping or free shipping. I'm going to be, it's probably going to cost me $10 to ship them. And I'm in them for 4 or 5. So maybe I make $8 or $10. They weren't like a huge home run. Another one of these, 2 original Nintendo controllers. I listed 7 of those lots all in the same day. This one is lot A, sold for $18.50 free shippings. Another piece of that same deal. This is the original power cord for the original Nintendo. If it has like pale gray here, it's for the Super Nintendo or the game, the Virtual Boy. But it is not for the original Nintendo with the black end. That's a Nintendo. Also, the call number here will, I think, will be SNES and not just NES 002. Anyhow, that sold for $19 free shipping. Sold another ring. I'm going to run out of these black rings and be disappointed because I'm selling a ring every day. I only have 2 left. Sold out of 10s. I only have 2 9s left. I have a handful of 12s available in that same ring. They're selling for $6 plus shipping. This I listed the same day as all the Nintendo stuff. I just unplugged it. It is a Sega Genesis by At Games, and it has like 80 Sega Genesis games preloaded on it, and then it also reads cartridges. So it's like about the cheapest Sega Genesis you can get, but it will read Sega Genesis carts, and so that makes it somewhat better. It comes with these 2 wireless controllers, but boy, they are hokey to use, so it's a real good thing that it has controller ports also. But anyway, I sold it for $26 free shipping. It's not hugely valuable. It's basically a Retron 5, or it's basically a Retron, like a Retro 1 Retron. Anyway, it's essentially a cheap knockoff with licensing. Nostalgia retro pop-up hot dog and bun warmer. I would not buy this to put in my store. It's cheeky, cheap crap. But somebody was cleaning out their house and asked me if I wanted things for the store, and they had that. It brought all of the stuff to my house, and they're like, you can either donate it or use it or sell it or whatever. I just didn't want it anymore and didn't want to throw it away. So brought it to my house. I put it in the store. It took probably 6 months to sell for $12 plus shipping. I have nothing into it, and it's not the kind of thing that I would normally put in the store, but it was free-ish. It was free enough. Paid $5 for this, and this is a wizard's hat lava lamp. So like Merlin's hat, and it has holes in the base, so it projects stars and moons. Paid $5 for it a couple of weeks ago. it sold and didn't get paid. I had some conversations with a person who wanted some measurements and shipping pricing, and they didn't buy it. And then this person sent me an offer for $40, and I had it listed for $79, and I just straight declined that. And then they came back and bought it, or I had it listed for $79, and then I put it on sale. And so they came back and bought it at full price, $73.87. When I didn't counter their $40 offer, they just came back and bought it at full price. So I was a little weirded out by that. Like, are they going to like revenge return it or something? Am I going to do I have a problem buyer on my hands? Or are they just like, well, if they're not negotiating, I want it and I want to make sure and get it. I ran over this with my rolly chair just now because it fell off the table and I didn't see it fall off the table. And then the next I saw it, it was under the wheel of the rolly chair. But it doesn't look like, I'm looking for tire tracks or a snag or something. It sure doesn't look like it. Look how cool this thing is. Nike hit on the sleeve, windbreaker, the Nike embroider. Just like very cool, early, maybe mid 90s with that old gray tag. Very cool piece. Made in Malaysia, so that would probably put it more mid 90s than, because if it was like 90 or 91, it would be still made in the US. I got that from Ryan Roots, Rally Roots, for $20, and he was shocked that it didn't go any higher than that on Whatnot. And it sold for $49 plus shipping, buyers all in at $60 on that, and that is everything. So I'm going to wrap it up. Maybe we'll do some other segment on this here thing. Maybe I'll go picking in the morning. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, following, clicking the bell. We'll see you on the next one. All right, guys. Well, I showed you guys footage of the death pile the other day. I'll try to put it back up here now. The death pile, that is actually stuff that might eventually be saleable over here, is significantly smaller and needs to be pared down some more. And this is that same spot. So like this is a seat out of the van where we can put groceries in, and like these are tools, but there's nothing in there that is death pile. It's parts to the pool and baby stroller and stuff that needs organized, but there wasn't room to organize it there because the death pile was there. And then over here, unsorted inventory, that is the death pile. That's the stuff that I still have to go through. So we made some serious progress. There's still a lot of work to do. There's a lot of piles of books over here, and this all needs to be kindling or donated or thrown away. And there are different designations for different ones, because things that are moldy but all paper I'll probably burn. Things that are lighter weight I'm going to put in the trash, and things that are salvageable will get donated. And so I'm going through and trying to see what's going to be good. Things that I'm donating, I want for the most part to be useful to the store rather than just giving them trash. Sometimes I'll donate some stuff that I know probably won't be great, but I don't really want to overburden some store with a whole bunch of books they can't do anything with. And I'm intentionally donating to a local, not Goodwill this time. So the next video will be me today going to do that donation and hitting that store. But right now Ruby's taking a nap, so when she gets up we'll do that. But we made progress. No more massive crazy death pile over here, and a workable place to put incoming inventory. I'm pretty excited about that.